William. You also did magic, which is part and parcel of puzzles and riddles and so forth. You gonna do a little something?
Well, can I borrow this a minute? Good, thank you. This I could use. Now,
all right.
As a matter of actual fact, I mean, everybody knows the old trick of making a handkerchief disappear. Any magician can do that.
Right.
But, you know, I should have a little new wrinkle here to make it disappear out of your hand while you're holding it. You see, that's a little more difficult. You know, so everybody knows if you just take it like this, you sort of it will go away. But the idea is to make it disappear while you're holding it in your own hand. Now, I'm going to put it in your hand, Johnny. I'm going to make it disappear out of your hand while you're holding it. It may seem impossible, but believe it or not, I'm going to make it disappear out of your own hand while you're holding it. Got it?
Got it.
Good. When I count three, that handkerchief is going to disappear. When I count 4, his hand is going to disappear. And when I count 5, Johnny Carson will disappear.
And never return, folks.
Wouldn't that be a fantastic headline? Guest artist makes Johnny Carson disappear?
That would be.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Still have it?
Yes, think so.
Would you bet on it?
Yeah.
You would? Never bet with a magician. Open your hands. Oh, too bad. It's one of those things.
How about
That's
that,
too
folks?
bad. That's too bad.
Okay. Okay, we can do a puzzle now?
Sure.
Okay, let's start off with a puzzle.
A puzzle? Well, my latest puzzle. It's sort of like the ones of the Lady of the Tiger.
Right.
Okay, you have 3 brothers named John, James, and William.
Right.
John and James always lie. They never tell the truth.
John and James always lie.
The 2 J's. William always tells the truth. He never lies. Okay? The 3 happen to be identical triplets. They look alike. You can't tell them apart by looking at them. One day, you meet one of the 3 brothers on the street.
John, James, or William.
John, James, or William. You want to find out if it's John because John owes you money.
Right.
You're allowed to ask him one question, only one question, answer by yes or no, and the question may not contain more than 3 words. What question would you ask?
Now, what were the conditions? 2 of them always lie?
Yeah, John and James always lie. William always tells the truth. And you want to find out if the guy you're speaking to is John, because John owes you money. Only one question you're allowed.
I think.
Yeah?
I'm speaking to John.
You don't know. You're trying to find out if you're speaking to John.
But John and James always lie.
Yeah.
And William always...
Tells the truth.
Tells the truth. Is John truthful?
That won't quite work. Because,
is that close?
That's fairly close.
Does John lie?
No, if James weren't in the picture, that would answer it. Very good.
That's right.
If there were just John and William involved, is John truthful to actually do it?
That would do it,
yeah,
but
with the
2.
3 of them, with the 2 lies, it won't work quite so easily.
Is William... One question I have.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I'm talking...
That's right. You're talking to one guy. It's either John, James, or William.
And I have to find out who this guy is.
No, you can't find out who he is. All you can find is whether it's John or not.
No. I can only find out if it's John.
Yeah, you can't...
Are you John?
All right, well, let's see. What are you, John? Let's try that. What would John answer to that?
Yes. No, he would say no.
He would say no. What would William say?
William would say no.
Okay, so if you get a no answer, you won't know whether it's John or William.
So it has to be a yes answer. So I have to get a question to get a yes answer?
Not necessarily, no.
Of course not.
Look, I'll tell you what. All right, you know, John and William would both answer no to that,
That's right, because they always lie.
Yeah. Well, no, William tells the truth.
Tells the truth.
Yeah. All right, now, what would Jack answer? What would James answer to that question?
James would say no.
No, James would say yes.
James would say yes.
So James would answer differently from John and William.
That's right, because he always
lies. Now, could you... All right, by a little tiny change, you could make John answer differently from James and William. Instead of asking you, are you John?
Are you James?
That's it. That's it.
Are you James?
Are you James? That's it.
That's right.
It's very funny. To find out whether he's John or not, you don't ask, are you John? You ask, are you James?
Because James would always lie.
Yeah, see, James would answer no to that.
That's right.
John would answer, are you James? He would answer yes.
Right.
And William, being truthful, would also answer no. So John and William and James would both answer no. John would answer yes.
So the question
if you get a yes answer, you know it's John. If you get a no answer, you know it's not.
That's right. Okay. Have you got one that's a little easier than that?
All right, let's try. Let's try my politician puzzle. You have a convention of 100 politicians.
Right.
And each politician is either honest or crooked. Yes, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Each one is either honest or crooked.
Out of 100.
Yeah. Now, they're not all alike. I mean, at least one is honest, at least one is crooked. They're not all the same.
Okay.
It's hard to believe, but it's true in this particular puzzle.
Out of 100?
Yeah. At least one is honest, at least one. They're not all crooked.
I see. At least one is honest, at least one is crooked.
Yeah, okay. Now, it's a strange thing has been found out. If you take any two of those at random, any two of those politicians, at least one of the two is crooked.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, how many honest ones and how many crooked ones are there?
Any two, at least one of them is
Crooked.
crooked.
Yeah.
When you do puzzles, you have to make assumptions, don't you?
Yes.
You have to assume.
Oh, absolutely. You're given those conditions.
I remember the hat thing. I remember the
two,
three hat thing.
Yeah,
You have
sure.
to make assumptions.
Yeah, of course. The
All
assumption is that out of any two, at least one is crooked. That's the assumption.
Okay. So if you bring two over, one of them is crooked.
At least one.
At least one is crooked.
Maybe both.
Out of 100, you would have, well, if you just took any two at random,
Yeah.
and you took the other one and put him aside and brought another one, you'd still have the same situation, right?
Yeah.
At least one
That's right.
is honest and one is crooked.
No, I said at least one is crooked.
At least one is crooked.
I didn't say at least one is honest and at least one is crooked. That's impossible. That really is impossible.
You'd have one honest one.
Right. 99 crooked.
And you'd have 99 crooked.
Good.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. You see, the reason why is the statement, given any two, at least one is crooked. It's the same thing as saying no two are honest.
That's right.
And if no two are honest, at most one is honest.
So with any two you bring out.
Yeah. At least that's it.
That's fascinating. You can really bust your brain with a book like this, but it is very stimulating. I thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Come back and see us. Raymond, thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Are you Ed?
No.
That means you're crooked. Remember the night we did the three hats?
Yeah.
You can really go crazy with these things, but they're fun. Remember the night we did the thing with the three hats?
Yeah.
Three people when two of them were wearing... we went crazy, and Tommy loused the whole thing up by saying, "You're wearing a red hat." So how do you know? Doc told me. And blew the whole thing. We'll be back with the Mighty Carson Art Players right after this, folks.
America's driving machine takes on the world car. Dodge Omni Miser versus Ford Escort. Both have front-wheel drive, but Miser seats 5 to Escort's 4.